Hi everybody, so as I'm recording the video, it is 3:05 UK time on the 18th of September 2022, and I've been playing the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition all weekend on my PlayStation 4, and I guess it's time to come to some conclusions about whether you should buy, wait, or pre-order the latest Call of Duty. So, headline news. The beta has shown that Modern Warfare 2022 has got a really good, solid foundation. It's very Modern Warfare 2019-like. It's way better than Vanguard. However, none of the three maps that we've had on offer have been anything special in terms of looks or gameplay. So for now, I've got to say, don't pre-order it, don't buy it. Let's wait for next weekend when it's the Xbox and PC and PlayStation open beta, and let's see if we can get to play on some more interesting, better looking maps. And that will tell us really whether it's worth pre-ordering or buying Modern Warfare 2022, and whether it's got a chance of being as good as Modern Warfare 2019. So now let me flesh that out a bit and go into a bit more detail. So Modern Warfare 2022, Modern Warfare 2 2022, the era, this is perfect for modern Call of Duty. I mean, personally, World War II is my favourite era, but they ruined that with Vanguard, didn't they? Last time, and they didn't do that great with Call of Duty World War II a few years ago. But this is really perfect. It's kind of current to near future. How does it run on the PlayStation 4? It runs okay. I think the graphics are a little bit muddy and not that sharp. I mean, you'll have to make a decision for yourself, and that's why it's so good that Call of Duty do these open, free betas. But I definitely think this is a next generation Call of Duty, not in the same way as it was when we switched over from Black Ops 3. Do you remember with Black Ops 3 there was an Xbox 360 and PS3 version that just had the multiplayer and didn't have the campaign, and looking back on it, it looked really awful. I mean, I enjoyed playing it, but when I got my PS4 it was definitely a lot different. So again, I'm looking forward to next weekend when I can play this on my Xbox Series S, and maybe I'll download it for PC as well. Now the sound is good. I'm pretty sure we've got 3D audio, but there's not that much verticality in these maps. I mean, you've got ground floor and first floors, or first floor and second floor for our American cousins, but I haven't been able to really pinpoint if the 3D audio is as good as something like the 3D audio in Black Ops Cold War. And 3D audio didn't really matter that much in Modern Warfare 2019, or the lack of it, until Warzone came along. And even we kind of put up with it in Warzone, didn't we? But the problem with Warzone is that you have multi-level buildings. You have real verticality. And that's, when you're in a building and you can hear someone running around, and it's either, are they below you, are they above you, are they on the same floor? And you don't know. So I think we're going to have to wait for Warzone 2 to see if the 3D audio engine is as good as the Black Ops Cold War engine, because that's when we realised how bad the Modern Warfare 2019 audio engine was. As far as things like footsteps go, they're nice and loud again, much louder than Vanguard. Not probably as loud as the original Modern Warfare 2019, but I think loud footsteps and being able to hear the enemies running around does lead to a more tactical gameplay style, and I'll talk that in a little bit more towards the end of the video. But the sound is good. We've now got the gunsmith back as well for doing our weapons and customizing. Seems all right. We've got this new bit now where you can change the receiver. But from my experience so far with the M4, you kind of unlock another receiver, which is like the middle bit of the gun, the most important bit of the gun. But then when you actually equip that, you can't use your attachments. So it's almost like you've just got a different gun. So it's like, well, why bother having the receiver bit? Just give me a different gun. So I don't know. We'll have to wait for the full release to see if there's any changes, or to completely understand how it works. Perks are unusual now. You start off with 2 base perks, which you can choose yourself, and then the other 2 unlock as you're playing. I quite like that, actually. I would prefer Call of Duty to have less perks, funnily enough, because all that happens, I think, is that you end up with crutch perks a lot of the time. That everybody's using the same ones. The score streaks, which can now be score streaks or kill streaks, seem good, seem fun. field upgrades, normal stuff. I think it's almost exactly the same from Modern Warfare 2019. I really like the look of the operators, that military sim look. They're a little bit more cartoony than Modern Warfare 2019, and it's a bit weird. If you look at the teams at the moment, it's not like SAS and Russian or US Marines and insurgents. I think they're all meant to be like military contractors, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to wait for the full version, but they definitely look proper. And hopefully Infinity Ward and Activision will keep this look going through, just like they did in Modern Warfare 2019. I can't really think of many skins that really jumped the shark over the period of 2019. Obviously, you had some really dodgy ones, like the Rose skin, where she was completely black and you couldn't see her, but it was still a military skin. Movement feels very much like Modern Warfare 2019. A little bit faster, I think. We can now do like a dolphin dive as well, which is okay, but it's slow enough so that when people do it, you can kind of predict they're going to do it and then adjust your aim accordingly. We've still got the slide. We've now got mantling, where you can get on a ledge and then put your gun over the top and fire. Haven't really used it that much, but it seems solid and good. And, you know, going on from what I was saying about the sound earlier, the sound combined with the movement and the gunplay, I think, you know, you could feel that you could play tactically in this Call of Duty, especially when you're playing with domination, you know, objective-based game modes, but even with TDM as well. As long as you're using the mini-map, you can. It feels like if you make a sound tactical decision about where to go and where to point your gun, that will reward you in success if you can execute on that particular decision you've made, which for me is that's all I'm really looking for from shooters like this. You know, as you learn the maps, as you learn the guns, as you learn the flow of the maps, you know, does that information you have, can that be turned into tactical success? And I felt like with Modern Warfare 2 2022 it could, which is what I'm looking for, because the problem with especially Vanguard last year was that because they pushed so many players into the maps, the movement was so fast and the time to kill was so fast. It just felt as soon as you started firing your gun, you get shot by someone else from another angle. And it felt, no matter what decisions you really made, none of them really led to that much success. The way to success was to run around really quick and shoot people as fast as you could and keep running. So I'm very pleased with that. And so all of this points to the fact that Modern Warfare 2 2022 has the potential to be a great Call of Duty. The fly in the ointment really for me for the beta so far anyway has been the maps. There's one called Farm 18, there's the Greenberg Hotel, which you're seeing in the background here, and Mercado Las Almas, and they're all a bit meh, really. You know, Farm is probably the best map. It feels more like, you know, you're in a war, but Mercado Las Almas and Greenberg Hotel, they're just places that you're fighting around. And I really enjoyed it in Modern Warfare 2019 and other Call of Duties as well, when it feels like you're fighting in a war zone, not just in a place that the operator's been dropped into. And I think the ones we've played on so far, these are just really second tier maps at best, you know. If you think back to like Modern Warfare 2019, I think, remember Grasna Raid in the beta? You know, it was this, admittedly that was a big 10v10 map. But it was you dropped in, you're like, oh wow, this is cool. Look how big this is. Look at these trenches here. Look at these buildings. Look at all these different eye lines. If you think about from the full release, Euphrates Bridge in 2019 as well. Gun Runner. Again, admittedly, they were 10v10 maps, but they were very visually impressive with the way they looked. But also, they all had some sort of choke point or battle point that led to you feeling like you were in a real fight, you know, say like in Gun Runner, where you would be fighting over the B flag, Euphrates Bridge, when you'd be fighting over the B flag on top of the bridge, or even maps like Hackney Yard. Say you were playing domination there, you know, with the B flag inside one of the warehouses, and that they were very impressive maps to look at, the larger maps, and also to play on as well. So I guess what I'm saying now is, you know, I think we should wait. You know, we've still got plenty of time. Let's see what comes out for the next beta weekend when PC and Xbox get to play. None of the sniper rifles have been unlocked for you to use in a custom loadout so far. You can equip them if you equip one of the default ones. I haven't really had a play with those, but sniper rifles as well can be a make or break for me for a Call of Duty. And what we're really looking for is for quick scoping to be very, very difficult with a sniper rifle. I'm cool with hard scoping. You know, people can pull up their sniper rifle and hard scope down a sight line or a corner or something and shoot people with one-shot kills when they come around a corner. I cannot stand quick scoping where people can run around with a sniper rifle like they got a shotgun in their hand and one hit kill people from miles away or even close up, you know, using the aim assist that we have on Call of Duty. So let's wait for that, and hopefully Infinity Ward and Activision will let us play on some bigger maps. Maybe they do some 10v10s. They didn't really talk about 10v10s in any of the launch streams, or even if they let us have a go on ground war. That's what I really want to get my teeth into. And I'm also really excited to see how next weekend Modern Warfare 2 2022 will run on my Xbox Series S. And as I said, I may well even download it on my PC because it, you know, is free on PC. So, in conclusion then, for me, the first PlayStation beta weekend, it's been a solid foundation for Modern Warfare 2. But I really want to see something that impresses me next weekend, you know, to convince me that I should recommend that this game, you know, it's worth pre-ordering to get the little extras you get, but also, you know, so you can play the campaign first, you know, in the week before the release, and you can be first on those multiplayer maps to learn them and start to dominate and really enjoy the Call of Duty that way. Cool. So that's it for me. What do you think? Put your questions and comments down below. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.
You're halfway to mission complete. Keep fighting.
Switching mags.
UAV on station. Friendly SAE on the way.
We have an ammo box here.
Our UAV is orbiting the area. Standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station. Be advised, UAV is exiting the AO. Keep it up.
Reloading.
Friendly cruise missile approaching target.